As the rain pounded against the window of that old coffee shop, she leaned in close, her voice barely a whisper above the storm. "Can we?" Her eyes, wide with vulnerability, searched mine for an answer that could change everything. My heart raced, knowing this was the moment I'd dreamed of but feared. I took her hand, feeling the warmth that had been missing from my life, and said, "Love starts here." Red heart, but wait, that's the end, or is it just the beginning? If you're hooked already, smash that like button and subscribe for more heart-stirring stories that remind you love is worth the risk. Now, let's rewind to how it all started, because every great love story has roots deeper than you imagine. My name is Alex, and I've always been the guy who plays it safe. Growing up in a small town where everyone knows your business, I stuck to the rules, work hard at my job as a graphic designer, hang out with my best friend Jake, and avoid complications. Jake and I had been inseparable since kindergarten, through scraped knees, high school heartbreaks, and even starting our own freelance business together. He was the outgoing one, the charmer who could light up any room, while I was the quiet observer, sketching ideas in the background. But there was one complication I couldn't ignore: his sister, Mia. Mia was 3 years younger than us, but she carried herself with a grace that made her seem timeless. With her curly auburn hair that caught the sunlight like fire and a laugh that could melt the iciest day, she was the kind of person who made you believe in second chances. She wasn't just Jake's little sister, she was the girl who'd tag along on our adventures, rolling her eyes at our dumb jokes but secretly enjoying every minute. I'd known her forever, but it wasn't until college that I really saw her. Jake had gone off to study engineering in the city, leaving me behind to figure out my path. Mia stayed local, pursuing her passion for photography, and suddenly, our paths crossed more often: coffee runs, late-night talks about dreams, shared playlists that spoke what words couldn't. It started innocently enough. One autumn evening, I was at their family home fixing Jake's old computer while he was away. Mia wandered into the room, camera in hand, snapping candid shots of the falling leaves outside. "Hey, Alex," she said, her voice light but curious. "You ever wonder what life would be like if we didn't play by the rules?" I looked up from the screen, caught off guard. "Rules keep things from falling apart," I replied, but even then, I felt a spark. She smiled, that knowing smile that said she saw right through me. From that day, our conversations deepened. She'd text me photos of sunsets, captioning them with quotes about chasing horizons, and I'd respond with sketches inspired by her words. It was friendship, or so I told myself, but deep down, I knew it was more. The first challenge hit like a freight train when Jake came home for the holidays. We were all gathered around the dinner table, laughing about old times, when Mia's hand brushed mine under the table. Accidental, or was it? Jake caught the glance we exchanged, his brow furrowing just enough to make my stomach twist. Later that night, as we shot hoops in the driveway, he cornered me. "Alex, man, Mia's off limits. You know that, right? Bro code." His words stung because he was right. I'd always respected that unspoken rule. Betraying Jake would mean losing not just my best friend, but the only family I'd really known since my parents passed away years ago. I nodded, swallowing the truth. "Of course, dude. She's like a sister to me too." But inside, guilt gnawed at me. How could something that felt so right be so wrong? Months passed, and the tension built. Mia and I stole moments, a walk in the park where she'd confide in me about her fears of never finding her place in the world, or a drive to the lake where I'd admit my own insecurities about being the safe guy who never took risks. She made me feel alive, seen in a way no one else had. But every time we got close, Jake's words echoed, pulling me back. Then came the real test, Mia's photography exhibit. She'd poured her soul into it, capturing raw emotions in black and white, images of lonely streets, joyful crowds, and one portrait that stopped me cold. It was of me, sketching by the window, titled "The Quiet Storm." At the opening night, surrounded by admirers, she pulled me aside. "This is for you," she whispered. "Because you inspire me." My heart soared, but Jake was there, watching. That night, I confessed to him over beers. "Jake, I think I'm falling for Mia." His face hardened, then softened. "I knew it," he sighed. "But if you hurt her, I'll kill you." It wasn't approval, but it wasn't rejection either. The challenge was navigating his protectiveness while proving my intentions. Life threw more curveballs. Mia got an offer to intern in New York, a dream opportunity that meant leaving everything behind, including us. "I have to go," she told me one rainy afternoon, tears mixing with the drops on her cheeks. "But what about us? We haven't even started." I panicked, the fear of loss gripping me. I'd lost too much already. Could I survive losing her? We argued, voices raised in frustration. "You're running away because it's scary," I accused. "And you're too scared to fight for it," she shot back. It was our first real fight, raw and emotional, exposing our vulnerabilities. In the heat of it, I realized my safe life was a cage, and Mia was the key. But resolutions don't come easy. I drove to her house that night, heart pounding, and poured it out. "Mia, I don't want to lose you. Let's make this work, even if it's long distance." She hesitated, then nodded, pulling me into a hug that felt like home. The months apart were brutal. Late-night calls turned into arguments about missed visits, jealousy over new friends, and the gnawing doubt that distance would break us. Jake mediated, reminding me, love isn't easy, bro. But if it's real, it's worth it. He became our unlikely ally, sharing stories of his own long-distance fails and successes. Mia's internship challenged her too, homesickness, creative blocks, but she thrived, her photos gaining recognition. I visited when I could, our reunions electric, reminding us why we fought. One weekend, as we wandered Central Park, she admitted, "I almost gave up, but thinking of you kept me going." That vulnerability bonded us deeper. Finally, the storm cleared. Mia returned home after 6 months, her experience shaping her into an even stronger woman. We celebrated with Jake, who raised a toast, to breaking the bro code, for the right reasons. But the true climax came on that fateful rainy day in the coffee shop. We'd been through the ringer, guilt, distance, doubts, but emerged stronger. As she whispered, "Can we make this forever?" I knew we'd conquered the challenges. "Love starts here," I replied, sealing it with a kiss that promised eternity. Looking back, our story isn't just about romance, it's about courage. Facing fears, honoring friendships, and embracing the unknown. Life's too short to play it safe, take the leap, because love might be waiting on the other side. If this tale touched your heart, hit that like button to spread the love, and subscribe for more stories that inspire you to chase your own happy endings. Who knows? Your "can we" moment might be just around the corner. Red Heart.